What is up, everyone? It is digital host AJ Wiest back at the 48 Now desk. Today, I am joined with Kyle Ogden as the ninth annual Alabama Seafood Cook-Off at the Wharf in Orange Beach is quickly approaching. Today, I'm joined with the contestant representing the Tennessee Valley. His name, once again, is Kyle Ogden, and he's got his eyes on the prize. Kyle, thank you for joining in with me today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, Kyle, if you win this cook-off coming up on May 6th, you will not only be $2,500 richer, but you will also go on to compete and represent the state of Alabama in the Great American Seafood Cook-Off. How are you feeling leading up to it all, and what's running through your mind?
I'm feeling pretty good about it. It's a lot of preparation, trying to get the logistics of getting product down there from up here, um, and just trying to execute once I get down there, and hopefully bring it back to Alabama again for the second year in a row. Brody, the guy who won last year, won the Great American Seafood Cook-Off, so I'd like to do the same.
Yes, sir. I have full faith you can do it, but let's first talk about the recipe that got you into the competition. It's called the one and only Spring Tide. And can you talk a little bit about what's in it and how it got its name?
Yeah. So we do a lot of work with a lot of local providers for produce and stuff like that. Kodachrome Gardens is a local community garden, and they're providing most of the produce that's used in the dish. Gailon is a Chinese broccoli that they're growing at their garden right now, and I'm gonna use a lot of that and some arugula from them. Make a lot of things here at the restaurant. So we're using some focaccia that we make here to do a stuffing underneath the fish. Just trying to really focus on things that we do at the actual restaurant so that it's as close to what we do here as possible while still being elevated a little bit.
Very cool. And I want to ask you, growing up, did you always want to be a chef, or really what got you invested in cooking?
Um, I always liked cooking. Actually, I went to Grissom and did a lot of work in the home ec department there, but I didn't really start cooking until I went to Auburn. Then it kind of grew on me, and I ended up moving to the Shoals and started working for Josh Quick then, and it just really kind of took off from there.
How would you describe the cooking experience for you? For me, I'm very much a frozen foods guy. I'm going to the Walmart and finding the frozen patties.
Yeah.
Um, I'm not the greatest cook in the world. Do you get a certain feeling when you are cooking?
It's always kind of gratifying when people like something that you do. I've really been trying to push and come up with some new things and introduce people to things that they haven't had, because that's always a fun thing to do if they've never heard of an ingredient or used an ingredient. It's nice to be able to introduce people to new things.
And new things, going back to the spring tide. I've never had it before, but I would love to try it. It sounds really good. Would you say it's your favorite dish you've cooked, or if not, what is?
I'd say it's probably one of my more ambitious ones.
Mhm.
Trying to make a moose and stuff it into fish in an hour is going to be a fun prospect. But it's definitely up there. Right now, we have a half chicken on the menu here at the restaurant. That's probably one of my favorite dishes I've done in a long time.
Sounds really good. I love chicken, that's for sure. Can you talk a little bit about Florence? I believe you went to UNA and got your culinary arts degree. And Florence is arguably a very artsy town, and the culinary arts are certainly no exception. How would you describe the culinary arts scene out there in Florence?
I'd say it's a fun one. You know, we all pretty much get along pretty well too. So it's a friendly scene, which is a nice change to some other places. Um, I think I'm pretty good friends with most of the chefs in the town, so I'm excited about that. And there's definitely something different all over the place, whether it's across the street at the guys at Yum or around the corner at Wildwood Tavern and Lava Room. There's plenty of places to go eat.
Certainly a melting pot, it sounds like. Can you also talk about the restaurant you work at, Odette? What do you like most about working there?
I like the fact that we've got some things that have been on the menu since we opened in 2013, but a large part of the menu changes about 4 times a year. Um, we always have something new, as well as some of the things that have always been there. It's a lot of fun being able to change menu up as often as we do and to really try new things.
Do you have any thoughts on the new location that's set to open up at the Orion Amphitheater?
Yeah, that's been great. So Josh has been working with the Orion for 2 years now, doing some of their backstage artist catering and stuff like that. And then this year they've given us the opportunity to open up in the bottom and serve the public as well. It's going to be a great addition to what we have going on, and they're serving some familiar things. The cheeseburger's been on the menu here since the day we opened, and they're serving it in a slider form out of the bottom there. It's got
Mm.
house-made ketchup, house-made pickles, everything.
I'm definitely going to have to make my way out there. Absolutely. Big hamburger fan, and what you just described just sounds so good. But Kyle, finally, what are you looking forward to the most about this upcoming cook-off?
I'm looking forward to seeing what some of the other guys do. There's going to be some new techniques and stuff that I probably haven't thought of doing, so I'm excited to see their take on some things and learn a little bit more about some sustainability practices down there at the mariculture thing, and just see the event as a whole.
Very cool. Do you know any of the other chefs there?
Not personally. I'm familiar with Robbie, and I'm familiar with Lawrence Agnew. I haven't actually met them yet, but I'm familiar with their food.
Very cool. Well, Kyle, thank you so much for joining in with me today. I greatly appreciate it. And I wish you the best of luck coming up at the Alabama Seafood Cook-Off.